What is going on, everyone? MikeO back, doing a mail day recap. This is a video that is well overdue. It's one I anticipated making originally about 2 or 3 days after returning from the 2025 National, getting back from Chicago. So this video has been in the works for 5-6 weeks at this point. Large selection of mail, some stuff that returned, that arrived while I was away at the National, some stuff that trickled in right after, and of course things just coming in up to the last few days. So a bunch of different stuff here. We've got a little selection of graded cards. We've got some golden mirror image variations, Topps living set card along with some Topps Now, some top loaded stuff, and some autos. So should be a nice selection of sweet cards for the collection. Per usual, going to be primarily Phillies based. But I have some other videos coming up as well. I have a ComC order that arrived back in the last few weeks and an REA auction reveal. A couple really sweet pieces I picked up from the most recent REA auction. So fun stuff. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with this stack right here. And we do have one football card, and it is a Drew Bledsoe 2024 Topps Chrome Sapphire. So pretty sweet. First football Sapphire. Of course, we don't have NFL licensing yet, but had to pick up the first Drew Bledsoe Sapphire for the collection. And then we have the baseball version. This is from 2024 Topps Update Sapphire. Christopher Sanchez, theoretically a rookie card, as he did have his first rookie card a few years ago in Panini products, Panini Prism specifically, but Topps never made him until 2024. He is a candidate for the Cy Young Award. I mean, at this point, it looks like Paul Skeens is going to win that, but Chris Sanchez should finish second or third in the National League. He's had a spectacular year. He will be the Phillies' ace going into the postseason due to the unfortunate loss of Zach Wheeler for the season. But Chris Sanchez has just been outstanding. What else we got here? We got a Trey Turner Creators insert from Topps Finest. This is a blue refractor, serial number 299. We got some Topps Black Parallels for the collection. We got Ronald Torreyes, primarily known, I would say, for his days with the Yankees. Also spent time with the Twins and the Phillies. He was a really good utility player for the Phillies for 2 or 3 years. So was able to snag that one pretty cheap. So a nice addition to the Phillies collection. We got a Zach Wheeler Black Parallel. Of course, these are numbered to 74. Zach Wheeler was having another fantastic season. One of the all-time great Phillies free agent signings. Just a spectacular signing. He's been unbelievably fantastic. Should have won a Cy Young. He's going to be a top 3-4 candidate for most of his seasons with the Phillies. He's just been awesome. Big postseason pitcher for the Phillies as well. I mean, he's up there. He's a top 10 Phillies starting pitcher of all time, no doubt. I'm sure you can make the case that he's a little higher than that. We got a Chris Sanchez. This is a Chris Sanchez Topps Chrome Update Black Refractor, so you can see that one is serial numbered 7 of 10. So really nice Sanchez there. Again, one of those guys who has just been getting better and better year after year, and the Phillies got him on a really team-friendly contract extension, which is nice. Here's a nice Atomic Refractor from Topps Finest of Jimmy Rollins. That is serial numbered out of 299 from 2002 Topps Finest Baseball. Really like that one. Bryson Stott Gold Refractor rookie from Topps Finest. I'm a big fan of Gold Refractor, so I'll pick him up. Stott has actually had a really solid second half of the season. I thought he was a colossal disappointment in the first half. He's an excellent defender. The bat just hasn't been there. It hasn't developed the way I think most people expected it to. But right now in the second half, a little more of a platoon role, and he's been playing very well. So that's a nice one there. We've got the Finest Masters Gold Refractor of Aaron Nola from a few years ago. Again, serial number to 50. Gold refractors are just outstanding parallels. They just look great. So I like to pick them up when you get them cheap. And here's a Red Wave Prism from Panini Prism. So nice one there of Mr. Richie Ashburn. Not numbered. Anytime you can get a red parallel of a Phillies player, I like to do it. Kind of nice when it's a more common one where it is a substantial savings as opposed to some of the Topps products where reds are traditionally serial numbered out of 5, so they can get a little pricey. Take a look at some autographs I picked up. Here's a JT Real Muto autograph from Topps Heritage Baseball. Amazing image. Reminds you a lot of that beautiful 71 Thurman Munson card. This is a must-have for catcher collectors, so shout out to some of the guys who like to collect catcher cards. Mr. Big Scott 35, though, he is a Mets fan. And, of course, Hitman 23. I'm pretty sure you could get the non-autographed version a lot cheaper. But, just an action shot, geared up, play at the plate. That is a beautiful baseball card. So, super happy to add that. Got a Topps Finest autograph gold refractor, serial numbered out of 50 of Ryan Howard, all-time single-season home run leader for the Phillies at 58. We'll see if Schwarber can get there. Probably going to be kind of tough. He had a bit of a slow start to September, so he's 8 away with just over 2 weeks remaining in the season. Hard to believe there's only 2 weeks left in the Major League Baseball season. Just crazy to think about. Certainly looking forward to the postseason. Obviously hoping for big things out of the Phillies. They do have some injuries mounting up, so that will make it challenging and tough, but they certainly, they get in, they got a shot, so hoping for the best there. But Ryan Howard, all-time Phillies great, and, get a gold refractor autograph for probably about $20. Hard to turn that down. Here's a Jimmy Rollins relic auto, popular demand from Topps Pristine. So, beautiful auto from Jimmy. Was able to get that. One of the newest Wall of Famers for the Phils. Yearly candidate for the Hall of Fame, making slow progress. We'll see. He'll probably be a 10 years on the ballot type of guy. We'll see if he gets in or not. And then the final autograph card is a Chase Utley autograph from 2025 Topps Finest Baseball. So the trio of legends from the infield from that 08 team all have autographs in the product. I have not picked up the Jimmy Rollins quite yet, but would love to grab one. We got the Utley here. So, Topps Finest provides some really cool cards and generally fairly affordable prices. All right, we got a stack here. This is going to be mostly Topps Now cards, which, again, when 6 weeks pass, they'll start to pile up. But first up, I actually missed this one. I did not even realize that they had a Dick Allen Topps Living set. I was able to pick one up, which is awesome. I actually picked a number up because I picked a few up for some fellow Phillies collectors. So they'll be hopefully showing them off in a future video at some point. But the Dick Allen Topps Living set, beautiful, beautiful card. So love that one. Bunch of Topps Now cards. We got the Trey Turner 1500th career hit card. We've got a Trey Turner Kyle Schwarber. Duo combines for 8 hits, 7 RBIs, and 5 runs scored in home route. That was back when Schwarber hit his 45th home run. We got a Kyle Schwarber home run in 15 straight series, new Phillies record. We got a Harrison Bader, his first Phillies card. Tremendous home run robbery, helps seal Phillies sweep. That was against the Texas Rangers. We got a Kyle Schwarber, fastest Philly in history to have a 40 home run season. We got a Bryce Harper. Harper hammers 350th career home run in front of Phillies fans. Johan Duran, one of the newest Phillies, one of the trade deadline acquisitions. Fastest pitch by Club Hurler under pitch tracking. He's hit up to 102 miles per hour. He's been very good. Happy to have him on board. And this is actually his first Phillies card. Impresses with 4-pitch save in Phillies debut. So a couple Durans. We got a Kyle Schwarber, 37 homers, our most before August in Phillies history. So this is going back to July. I was a witness to this game. It was pretty awesome. That's the game that I was at in Chicago for White Sox Phillies, along with some fellow YouTube friends. Eastern Connecticut Sports Cards, Hitman 23, Dave wasn't in town yet, but Big Scott 35, and Wesker Griff. We went to the South Side as the Phils were victorious, which was pretty awesome. Got the Dick Allen Hall of Fame Topps Now card. Love that image. Kyle Schwarber, Tower and Schwarbaum for 1,000th career hit. Christopher Sanchez dominates with 12 Ks in third career complete game. The All-Star Game cards, we got a couple of those coming up. Go ahead, Slam Powers Phils in home triumph. So a lot of Schwarbers this year, including 2 from the All-Star Game. 1, trio of homers in first ever swing off, seals NL win, and then swing off effort earns Midsummer Classic MVP honors. So pretty neat. And then this one, which was really fun, this just came in a little later and didn't get shown off. It's from June. Real Muto Castellanos, the double slide where they both came in and scored 2 runs, synchronized slides. That was pretty sweet. Great image, and a tough Topps Now, very popular Topps Now. That one goes for quite a bit over what they originally went for. You have some Topps Now, they kind of hang in like that $5 range. That's one that's more in that $20 to $30 range. All right, so next stack, going to be a lot of, well, we got a few Topps exclusives from a while ago that I just missed out on. Here's an Alec Boehm Topps Magazine card. These are old Throwback Thursdays, which were fun to follow. Here's a nice one here of Bryce Harper. Usually it'll tell you what set it's out of, the 88-89 hockey design. Got another nice one. I like that. I love like the modern retro design cards. Love simplistic cards. I like the shiny new stuff too, but sometimes the good old simplistic cards are really fun as well. Here's a Topps All-Stars Bryce Harper. So 1990 Topps Ames All-Star design. So those were neat. We got the Golden Mirror image variations for the Topps Ultimate Topps team set, where I do try and do every card in the flagship design. These can be tough. I kind of try and wait them out so I get either an auction that goes low or someone who lists them low and is willing to take offers. But these are a pile of them from 2025. Here we got Aaron Nola. A lot of times they're great images. Every now and then you have a bonker one, but here's a Nick Castellanos. This one's from a few years ago. This is a real popular one. This is like crazy expensive. I was able to wait this out. I mean, I've probably watched like 50 of these sell, but got the Bryson Stott from 2023. So that's neat. League leaders, Matt Olson, Kyle Schwarber, and Pete Alonso. So that one is from last year, 2024. Got the Alec Boehm from this year. Interesting photo. Got Zach Wheeler. Taiwan Walker from a couple years back. We got Trey Turner from last year. And from this year, Jordan Romano, who is had one of the worst seasons by a Phillies reliever or pitcher in general of all time in 100+ years of Phillies history. One of the highest ERAs for the number of innings he's pitched. And he is on the disabled list, but we'll see. Not a whole lot else to say about Jordan Romano, but did pick up his card, was able to get that one at a very affordable price, which is nice because sometimes those kind of guys can be kind of tough. Some people like to pick them up as a joke. All right, let's take a look at some slabbed cards. Got a 2023 Bowman's Best Blue Refractor of Bryce Harper and a PSA 9, a fine 9, numbered to 150. Zoom it out just a tiny bit. We got a CGC 1934-36 batter up Chick Fullis in a 1.5. This is one I already have. I picked up whenever I can get the batters up at decent prices or affordable prices. I will just pick them up. I don't mind having extras. I can always sell them at some point, decide what I want to keep. Love the Jimmy Wilson from 34 to 36 batter up, 1.5. And a Jimmy Wilson in an SGC1. Another cool catcher card. I got this one in a lot from an auction. I already have a Fergie Jenkins. This is one that I'll put up for sale. 66 Topps Phillies rookies. You have Bill Sorrell and, of course, Hall of Famer Ferguson Jenkins, who the Phillies unfortunately traded before he developed into a Hall of Famer. But always cool. Definitely neat to have a Phillies card of a Hall of Famer, even if they didn't make their biggest impact in Philadelphia. Here's a Chase Utley PSA DNA certified auto. That's from Fleer Tradition, way back in 2004. So cool, Chase Utley. We got a 1916 M101 for Sporting News in a 6, which is a hell of a grade for a 1916 card. It's Dode Paskert. Again, love these old images. Just beautiful. Love seeing the uniforms and such. Great back. I mean, can you imagine if this was like a Hall of Famer? That would be a very pricey card. Here's a 2024 Topps Heavy Lumber Super Short Print insert from Topps Flagship. It's Mike Schmidt in a 9.5. So neat one there. Picked up this 1909-11 American Caramel E91 George McQuillan in an authentic. Baseball caramels. Very cool. We've got a 1916 M101 4 blank backs. George Whitted in a 1, a pour 1. And just neat seeing like the old school stains in the background. There's so many cool things in these old cards, whether it's the uniforms, the images, the backgrounds. So blank back, like I stated on that. And then the final card to show off in this video is a 1909 Crofts Candy E92 Fred Jacklich blue back fair 1.5. SGC 20 fair 1.5. Nice image. Catcher for the Phillies. Candy Crofts. Croft and Allen Company, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So obviously I like the art cards and I think they're neat and beautiful and I love collecting them. But I also love the cards with the old images. So that's it. That is well over a month's group of mail. That's not all that came in. Like I said, I have a COM-C order with just some fun stuff for the collection and an REA one with some stuff that is very, very tough to find. Really cool stuff if you love Hall of Famers and Phillies, and if you like rare sets or autographs, or if you're an appreciator of cards in general, you will enjoy seeing that stuff. So I invite you to come back to the channel. Appreciate you guys watching. Comment below. Let me know what some of your favorites are. Hopefully, I will be able to be back with videos a little more regularly. I do have a lot of crazy stuff going on beyond my normal stuff, which keeps me incredibly busy. It can be hard to find time to sit down, breathe, and make a video. But I appreciate you guys watching when I do get them out. So have yourselves a great one.